So we're going to start in child's pose today. Sit back towards your heels, curl your hands forward. And before you bring your forehead down, let's lower your shoulders towards the floor and then lower your forehead down towards the floor. So just getting a little bit more stretch in the shoulders, the upper back, even to the neck a little bit. Really stretch your arms forward, crawl your fingers forward. So this is a more active child's pose. Really getting a stretch, bringing your hips back. Huge breath in. And then let's soften that child's pose by softening your elbows a little bit and just letting your shoulders relax, your head relax, your hips relax. Just give me a few breaths here. Really taking the time to bring your focus into the room, to your breath. To the time here, we're cleansing, taking advantage of the breath. So letting go of whatever is busy in your mind. Nice, and let's come on up. Let's come into your downward facing dog. So bring your hips to the back of the mat. Get heavy in those heels and feel that stretch of your calf. Bring your hips even further back at the length of your arms, your shoulders, your spine here. Hamstrings and calves. Tuck your chin so even the back of your neck gets long. Come way up onto your toes with an inhale. Heels towards the floor with an exhale. Way up onto your toes, inhale. Heels towards the floor, exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale, heels towards the floor. Bend your knees deep and look forward. Let's walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Bring your heart forward. Tuck your chin and look straight down. So get the stretch of the back of your legs right here. Making sure not to lock out your knees. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Nice. And then bend your knees, fold down towards the floor. Turn the top of your head down and bring your hands to your elbows and ragdoll. So lift your chest and forearms up towards the front end of your mat with an inhale. Fold it down and get even more length through your spine. Nice. And then the gentle rock side to side or make a semicircle around your feet with your forearms. Big breath here. And just let your hands drape down towards the floor. Give me a big circle with your shoulders around a few times. Nice. And then lower your hips and rise all the way up. So activate your glutes so you can let your hips go forward and look up to the sky. Fold it all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold it down, exhale. Rise all the way up with an inhale. Fold all the way down with your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold it, exhale. And come all the way up and let's bring your arms around with a big circle. Again, activate your glutes and let your hips open up forward. Inhale. Big circle with your arms. Nice. Gaze up a little. And exhale one more time. Big circle. Activate those glutes, supporting your back. Nice. And then shoulders over your hips. Circle your shoulders. Give me a few big circles with the shoulders. Big breaths to go along with it. One more big circle around. Nice. And then come on up tall. And let's slowly turn to the right. So your hips are forward. Shrug your shoulders up, then bringing them down and lengthen out through your fingertips. So get this rotation in your spine. Come on up to the center, arms overhead. Turn to your left and hold this here. Shrug your shoulders up, release them down and lengthen out. Come on up to the center, inhale. And exhale, turn. Inhale, tall. Exhale, turn. Again, inhale. And exhale. So try to get so tall in the center here. Get that rotation. And then come on up tall. Look up and fold it all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. fold it down and exhale here. Just hang heavy down towards the floor. Huge breath. Long breath out. Just a few nods of your head here. Slow motion nodding though. And center hands underneath your shoulders. Step it back. Come into your plank position and let's hold this here. So press away from the mat. Bring your knees and feet together. Hollow up your belly. Bring your heart forward to get so solid in your plank here. Nice, and tap both knees down towards the floor. Lift and heels back. Tap both knees down. Lift, squeeze your quads and glutes. Tap it down and lift. Again, 4 and 3. Here's 2 and 1. Hold this here. Get solid in your plank. Heart forward, press away, hollow your belly. Lift the right leg straight. Just let it hover off the floor. Hold this here. And bring that foot down. Lift your left leg. Just let it hover. Keep your heart forward, solid in your plank. And bring it down. Right leg lifts up again. Hold this here. Heel back, left heel back. Press away from the mat. And bring it down one more time. Lift your left leg, solid in your plank. Right heel back, press away, hollow. Nice job, bring it down. Press back for downward dog. Separate your feet, hip distance apart. It's so long here through your body. Come forward into your plank position. Turn onto the tops of your feet and slowly let your hips lower a little bit. Bringing your heart forward for your first up dog. Squeeze your thighs, they stamp off the floor. Press back for downward facing dog. It's so long here. A few sways of your hip side to side to give even more length to your arms, your spine. Nice, and centered here. Walk your feet a little closer together and lift your left leg to the sky. Turn and open your hip to the side, bend at the knee. Get heavy in that right heel. Then straighten your arms and square your shoulders back towards the floor. And extend your leg, come into plank. Bring the knee to the opposite elbow. And press it back. Open the hip again to the side. Bend at the knee. And extend your leg, bring your knee to the left elbow. Pause here, press away from the mat. And press back with an inhale. And let's bring it through to our warrior one. Round your back foot and come on up. So lift those front toes up, spread them down wide, seal your back foot. Relax your shoulders down. Sink into that lunge. Nice. So look up to the sky, huge breath, and fold it down. Step it back into your plank position. Go to your knees. Turn the eye of the elbow forward, triceps to the back of the mat. You're going to do a few push-ups here first. Lower down, hugging your elbows by your sides, and press it up. So use your strength. Even if you're just going down a tiny bit, that's fine. Or maybe you go so your shoulder and elbow the same height from the floor, and press up. We have 2 more. Slowly lower, push up. 1 more, push up, and then lie all the way down on your belly. Hands right underneath your shoulders. Hug your elbows in by your sides without any pressure in your hands. Lift up for cobra. Use the strength of your back. Slowly lower it down. So keep your chin tucked slightly. Lift up slowly and then lower it down. No pressure in your hands. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower. Next one, you're going to use your hands to push. Slowly coming up a little bit more. You know where to go, and then slowly bring it down. Hugging your elbows by your sides, so you're getting the tricep strength here. Slowly press up and lower it down. Nice. Bring your arms out, goalpost arms. Tuck your chin slightly. You're going to lift your forearms off the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Lift your thighs up. So you're lifting your chest, you're lifting your thighs. Keep your chin tucked and look straight down. And then lower it down to the floor. Let's inhale here. Exhale, lift up. Inhale down. Exhale, lift up. So lower it down. The effort is with your exhale. Lift up, squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Lower it down. We have a few more. Strengthening your back. Lift up and lower. Nice. Inhale down. Exhale up. One more. Inhale down. Exhale up. And lower it down. Now extend your arms out in front. Look down towards the floor, then bring your chin and forehead away from the floor. Nice. So moving with your breath this time. Left arm, right leg lifts up with an inhale. Lower down, exhale. Right arm, left leg lifts up, inhale. Lower, exhale. So keep this going, getting the length through your whole body. And lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. 4 more cycles through and lower. Think about getting so long and going slow on the way up and the way down. Nice. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Last time each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Hands right underneath your shoulders. Hug your elbows in by your sides. And let's press right up into your tabletop position. So let's round your back up and scoop your abs up nice and high. Hollow up your belly. Bring your hips forward. Then turn your tailbone up. Drop your belly. Arch it. Inhale. And then come to neutral spine. Nice. So walk your knees a tiny bit closer together. And then take your right hand, feed it through. Your palm faces up. Rest on the side of the shoulder, the side of your head. Lift your head up, tuck your chin a little bit. Rest your head back down. And you can keep your hand right on the floor where it is or bring it up to the sky. And then let it fall towards the end of the mat. Roll it forward a little bit. Rotate your left lung towards the sky. Bring your hips back and get so long through your spine. And you're welcome to stay just like this or lift your left leg up. Maybe straighten it if you can balance, hold, and breathe. Nice. Lower that knee down to the floor. Slide your hand down. Use your hand to press up. Nice. And then bring that left leg straight out to the side. So if you look back, you see your hip is right over the knee, okay? And then look forward, crawl your hands forward, spread your fingers wide. And then you're going to lower your shoulders, but keep your forehead hovered off the floor. Bring your hips back. So you're gluing your hands to the floor, keeping them there and using that to bring your hips back to get even more length through your arms, through your shoulders, through your spine. The top of your head goes towards your thumbs as you lower your shoulders, but keep your forehead hovered off the floor. Nice. And then bring it up. Walk your hands all the way to your knee. Lift it up. So if you look down, your hip is right over the knee here. Reach way up to the sky with an inhale. And your left hand is going to go on your leg that's extended. Just make sure it doesn't press on your knee. Let it slide down a little bit. Arch it over. But activate your right glutes to let your hips go forward a little bit to open up the hip as well. Tuck your chin slightly. that long side stretch here. And then slowly bring it up. Nice, so bring that leg in. Hands under your shoulders, you're in your tabletop, and round your back up. Scoop your abs up high. Drop your belly, arch it with an inhale. Come to neutral spine. Your knees are a tiny bit closer than hip distance. And lift your left hand, reach it through, your palm faces up. Rest on the side of the shoulder, the side of your head. Lift your head up, tuck your chin a little bit, rest your head back down. Bringing your hips back to get nice and long. You can stay here or take the right hand up to the sky and let the right hand fall towards the end of the mat. Rotate your right lung towards the sky. Keep bringing your hips back. Hold this here and get length through your body, get that rotation. And you're welcome to stay here or maybe lift that right leg up. Go slow, maybe you can straighten it, pressing through the heel. Nice, and lower it down. You can tell me later if you rolled over like that. That happens a lot of times when we're in class. Slide your hand down, press up onto your hands and knees. It's kind of funny when it happens, but round your back and scoop your abs up high. Hips forward, and then drop your belly, arch it with an inhale, and then come to neutral spine. So take your right leg out to the side. Move over a little bit. Nice. And if you look back, you see that your hip is right over the knee. So it's not over to one side or the other. Crawl your hands forward, spread your fingers wide. And slowly let your chest lower. Keep your forehead hovering off the floor. Glue your hands, maybe even crawl them a little further forward. Then bring your hips back and a little lower. Get that length here. Nice, and slowly bring it up. Slide your hands back. Come on up. Look down. Hip is right over your knee here. Huge breath in. Right hand goes down onto your leg. Make sure it doesn't press on your knee. You can slide it down a little bit. Arch it over. Activate those left glutes. So you can let your hip go forward a little bit. Open up your hip as well as this left side of your body. Nice, and come all the way up. Nice, bring it around. And let's come into your downward facing dog. It's so long through your body here. Let's lift your right leg to the sky. Turn and open your hip to the side, bend at the knee. So get heavy in that left heel, straighten the arms, square your shoulders back towards the floor so you have the right leg up. And extend your leg, bring the knee to the opposite elbow and hold. Press back with an inhale. Bring your knee to the right elbow and pause. Press back with an inhale. And then bring it through to warrior one. Come on up. Lift your front toes up, spread them down wide. Feel that back foot. Your hips are forward. Get that stretch here, opening up that left hip. Nice. Gaze up to the sky, look up with an inhale, and then fold it down. Step it back, take a flow of your choice. Lower it down, cobra or up dog with your inhale, and press it back with your exhale. Excellent. Get so long through your body here. Bend your knees deep, look forward and jump or walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, fold it down, exhale. Let's bring your feet together so your toes touch, your heels are apart a little bit, and then come into your chair pose. So draw your navel in to lengthen your lower back down. Sit way back into your heels. Arms up a little higher. Hips a little lower. So look down to the floor out in front of you. Hold for a few reps. Hands to your heart center. We're going to rotate to the left. You could put your right hand or your right upper arm to the outside of your thigh as you turn left. Sit back into the heels. Get that rotation. Elbows stack over each other. Hollow your belly. Get a little more rotation. Tuck your chin so your neck stays long and healthy. Nice. Dive it forward with an inhale. And then slowly turn to the right. Left hand or upper arm to the outer thigh. Rotate. Press the hands together. Sit way back into your heels. Nice. Hold and breathe. Hollow your belly. Get a little more rotation. Excellent. Fold it down. Drape down here. Turn the top of your head down. And then let's just straighten your legs a little bit more as you fold down. Your knees are still bent though. Give me a few circles with your shoulders. Nice. Bend your knees deeper here. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold it down. Exhale. Rise all the way up and open your hips. Open your heart to the sky. Fold it all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold it down. Exhale. Step back and take a flow of your choice. Breathe in, lift up. And breathe out, press back. Nice. So lift your left leg. You're going to bring it through to crescent lunge. You're going to balance on your toes in the back. Come on up. Sink down. So find that comfortable stretch in the front of that right leg. Maybe you walk your feet further apart from each other. Maybe you bend that back knee a little more or straighten it. Find what works for you. Listen to your body. Lift your heart so high up to the sky, but then relax your shoulders down. Hands to your heart center. Sink a little lower. Draw your navel in. We're going to hinge over, getting ready for airplane. So bring your shoulders away from the floor and reach your fingertips back. Hold it here first. Get that connection with your core for your balance. You're going to bend your back knee when you're ready, and you're going to push off and lift that back leg up, hinging over. Bring your shoulders away from the floor. Reach back. Those arms are straight, so you'll feel even your triceps work here. And then flex your back foot. Toes come in towards your body. Square your hips so your toes point straight down to the floor. Hinge over a little more. Three more breaths here. Nice. Soften your knees. Feet are going to be right under your hips. Come all the way up with an inhale. Fold it down. Exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold and hold this here. Now you're welcome to put a block underneath your hands, or if the right hand reaches the floor nicely, you can just go without the block. But you're going to slowly turn to the left and reach to the sky. Left leg is a little straighter than the right. Hold this rotation, hold this stretch, and make sure it's gentle to your left hamstrings and calf, left glutes, muscles attached to your IT band along the left side of your leg. Nice, and fold it down. Listen, step your right foot back. We're going back into that same crescent lunge we had. Take your time coming up and balancing here. Getting that stretch into that right hip again. Hold it here. Nice. So slowly bring your gaze up to the sky. Look up with an inhale. You got it. Fold it down. Step it back. Take a float or go right to downward dog. Breathe in, lift up. And breathe out, press back. It's so long through your body. Nice. So lift your right leg, bring it through for Crescent Lunge. Find your balance on your toes in the back and come on up. Feel free to separate your feet a little bit more. Feel free to bend your back knee a little more or straighten it. Remember, you're checking in with your body all over to get comfortable. Knee stacks over your ankle. Hold this here. Hands to your heart center. Sink down into your lunge a little more. Draw your abs in, pull them in, and then hinge at the hips. Reach your fingertips to the end of the mat. Bring your shoulders away from the floor. Nice. Stack your front knee right over the ankle. Get your connection with your core. Hollow your belly. When you're ready, bend your back knee and slowly push off. Lifting that back leg. Take your time coming up. Bring your shoulders away from the floor. Flex your foot in the back. Press the heel back. And then turn your hips square to the floor, which really builds that strength in that right hip. All those muscles have to activate to hold your pose here. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Reach those fingertips back, straight arms. Lift that back leg, 3 more breaths. Excellent. Soften your knee, feet right under your hips. Come all the way up with a huge breath in. Open up. Fold it all the way down. Halfway lift. Fold and hold this here. Turn the top of your head down, just straight down towards the floor. And you can have your left hand on the floor or on top of a block. Then slowly turn to the right. Reach to the sky. The right leg is going to be a tiny bit straighter than the left. Tuck your chin so your neck is long. Nice. Hold and breathe here. And fold it down. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold it down, exhale, step back. Take a flow of your choice, using your strength, using your breath, and press it back for downward facing dog. It's so long through your body here. Tuck your chin and look back towards your toes. So lift your left leg, bring it through to warrior 2. Have your block tall by the outside of your front foot. So warrior 2, open up to that wall to your right, sink down into your lunge. Shrug your shoulders up and lengthen out through your fingertips. Just hold it here, gazing over those front fingertips, bringing that knee in line with your toes in the front. Squeeze your right quads as you straighten the back leg. Draw your navel and lift your heart so tall to your spine. Bring your hands to your heart center. Reach up, straighten both legs, and then bring it back into your warrior 2. Bend back into that lunge. Hands to your heart center, reach up with an inhale, and exhale, bring it down. Hands to your heart, reach up, inhale, exhale. Relax your shoulders when you come here. Hands to your heart, reach up, inhale, and exhale, knee tracks in line with your toes in the front. One more time, hands to your heart, reach it up, inhale, exhale for your warrior 2. Nice. Slide forward to lengthen your side. Turn your palm up and reverse. Sink down and reach up. Straighten the front leg without locking. Squeeze your right glutes and quads on the back. Let your hips go back, but reach forward and then bring your hand down. You can rest it on the inside of your leg or put your hand on the block. Right hand to the sky. Activate those right glutes and quads in the back. Nice. Tuck your left hip under the right. Awesome. Puff your chest out to that side wall. Really expand, open here. And if you find yourself pressing on your leg or locking out your knee, use your block to press on. And then reach up even taller to the sky. Nice. 3 more breaths here. Awesome. Bend your knee deep in the front, hands to the floor. So you're going to use the block out in front. So just put it towards the front end of your mat. Crawl your foot way over to the edge of the mat. Hands under your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. We're coming into a long lunge. With the knee specs over the ankle in the front, and you have a line across the front of your mat, foot, hand, hand. Your heart is forward. If you need to bring your knee down on the floor, go right ahead in the back, or hold it for a couple breaths. Nice. And then lower your back knee if it's not already. Let your toes out. Press the top of your foot into the floor to take pressure off your back knee. So in the front, your foot goes straight ahead like 12 o'clock. You can dial your toes out to 10 or 11 o'clock and let the knee fall over to the left a little bit. Bring your forearms onto the block right under your shoulders. Letting the left knee fall over to the left. Feel free to bring it back to center if that feels better for you. Feel free to bring it back onto your hands if that's better. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Hold this pose here. Check in with that back knee. If you feel any pressure, you just press the top of your foot into the floor. Just 3 breaths. Nice, and come on up. Move the blocks, hands under your shoulders, dial your toes back to that 12 o'clock. Tuck your toes underneath behind you to lift your knee and press it back for downward dog. Stay here in your downward dog, or your option is to take a flow. Coming forward, lower down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, press back. Tuck your chin to lengthen out the back of your neck. A few sways of your hips side to side. And as you bring it side to side, bring your hips even further back. Big breath. And then center yourself. Lift your right leg, bring it through to warrior 2. Have your block tall by the outside of your front foot. Shrug your shoulders up, lengthen out through your fingertips. And down into that lunge. Draw your navel and lift your heart so tall, holding in your warrior 2 just for a couple breaths, as we often rush through it. Nice, and bring your hands to your heart center. Reach up to the sky, straighten both legs, and then bend back into your lunge. Relax your shoulders down, arms extend, hands to your heart. Reach up with a huge breath. Exhale down. Nice, hands to your heart. Reach up, inhale, and let that knee go in line with your toes in the front. Hands to your heart. Reach up, inhale, and exhale back into your lunge. Nice, inhale, reach up. And exhale. You have one more time. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hold your warrior two. Shrug those shoulders up, lengthen out through your fingertips. Draw your navel in as you lift your heart. Slide forward to lengthen your side, turn your palm up and reverse. So relax your left shoulder down, sink into the lunge, reach up to the sky. Straighten the front leg without locking. Squeeze your left glutes and quads in the back as you tip over. So reach it forward here and then bring your hand down. You can rest it on the inside of your leg or put your hand on the block. Left hand to the sky. Activate those glutes in the back hip. So you can get that front leg even longer, tucking your right hip under the left hip. Puff your chest out to the side wall. And remember, if you find yourself pressing on your leg or locking your knee, use that block, it's there. Nice, 3 more breaths. Excellent, soften your knee in the front, and your hands down to the floor. Put your block at the front edge of the mat. Crawl your right foot over to the edge, even a couple toes go off the mat, hands under the shoulders. So right now, the knee in the front is right over the ankle. You're in a long lunge and your heart is forward. Feel free to put your knee down in the back now if you want, or just hold for a few breaths. Getting that big stretch in this long lunge here. Excellent, lower down onto your knees. Let your toes out, press the top of your foot into the floor to take some pressure off your back knee. In the front, your toes are 12 o'clock. Maybe dial your toes out to 1 or 2 and let your knee fall over to the right. Forearms go onto the block to lower your shoulders. Feel free to make those changes or modifications you need to get comfortable. Check out that back knee if you need to press the top of your foot down a little bit. Opening up that right hip. Complete your breath. We so often cut off that exhale. Give yourself that chance just to release. Three more breaths. Nice, and slowly come up onto your hands. Move your blocks. Dial your toes back to 12 o'clock. Hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes under in the back to lift the knee. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees deep, Sane. Look forward, jump or walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, fold it down, rise all the way up to open. Fold all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold and step back. Take a flow of your choice. Lower down. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, press back for downward dog. It's so long here. Tuck your chin so your neck is long. Just as if I'm standing behind you, I'm holding your hips and pulling them to the back end of the mat. Feel that awesome length through your arms, your shoulders, through your spine. Excellent. Bring it down. And we're going to turn into a straddle position. So you're going to have a choice of doing a frog pose or a straddle on your feet. If you want to do the frog pose, you walk your knees apart little by little, inching it out. And then eventually the inside of your foot goes to the floor, toes out. Feel free to come into your straddle and heel toe your feet nice and wide. If you want to get that stretch, inner thigh stretch gently, but getting that restorative pose with that thigh bone going into your hip socket, bringing that restoration to all the ligaments and tendons in the hip. It's an awesome pose, whether you're in your feet or on your knees. And as you get to the position you want to be in, as you hold it for a few breaths, maybe you decide to get a little deeper, a little wider, or maybe you need to bring your knees in or feet in a little closer. Do what feels best for you. Hold your pose. Keep your heart forward. Draw your navel up away from the floor. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And we just have 3 more breaths here. Nice. And whether you're on your feet or your knees, either one, you come in slowly. Inch your knees or feet in, slowly together. Taking your time, bringing them in, and eventually coming to your downward facing dog on your mat. Get nice and long here. We're going to go into half pigeon now. You're welcome to lie on your back for figure 4 or lift your left leg. Bring your knee over to the left of your wrist. Back knee down, toes out. Crawl your ankle over a little bit. Crawl your back leg behind you. Come on down onto your forearms. So square your hips to the floor. Widen your elbows. Stack your hands or fists and rest your forehead down. Fill your whole body up with a huge breath in. Let it rise up away from the floor. And let it melt down towards the floor. That long exhale. Tap into the power of your breath. Cleansing. Nourishing your body with your inhale. Releasing with your exhale. Check in with your body. Maybe you need to make some adjustments to get more comfortable here. Just like you do in a pose, take that outside into your life and make adjustments that you need to get comfortable. Make changes, decisions that you need to. So life is a little easier, a little lighter. There's often things you can make changes to. So there's not so much pressure on yourself. Huge breaths in. Long breaths out. Nice. Slowly come up onto your hands. So we're going to roll off to your left side. If you're lying on your back, come on up. Bring that right leg out to the side. So I'm going to turn forward to face you, but your right leg is out, your left leg is bent. You're mirroring me. Hips are down on the floor. Reach way up to the sky with a huge breath in, so tall. And then turn towards your bent leg. So turn to your left. Right hand on the outer thigh to assist with the rotation, just gently. So think about being so tall. Draw your navel and lift your heart. Get that gentle rotation and hold. Nice, and bring that left hand up to the sky. And then let the right hand slide out towards your toes. Arch it over, get that long side stretch. Try not to fold forward, but bring that left leg up towards the sky. It's so long through your side stretch. Bring it up, place that hand right behind your hip. Right hand to the sky. And you can stay here opening up and just looking up to the sky. Or even better, lift your hips. Maybe you can press your hips forward and arch it back to open the whole front side of your body. You can look up to the sky Or you could look down over to your left, letting your hips go forward. And bring it down. Nice. So bring it back into your downward facing dog. Or lie on your back for your figure four on your other side. Lift your right leg. Bring your knee over to the right of your wrist. Back knee down, toes out. Crawl your ankle over. Crawl your back leg behind you. Come on down onto your forearms. So make those movements, those adjustments to get your body comfortable, your mind comfortable. Widen your elbows, stack your hands or fists, rest your forehead down. We often have our shoulders shrugging up and tensing up, so bring them down away from your ears. Let your shoulders get heavy. Huge breaths in. Long breaths out. Just relax. Enjoy the rhythm of your breath here. Just 3 more breaths here. Notice where you might be tensing up. Relax it down. And slowly come up. If you're on your back, you're going to come up. Roll off to that right side and slowly use your back left hand to bring your leg out to the side. So left leg is out, the right leg is bent. Sits bones are down on the floor, reach way up to the sky with a huge breath in. So tall through your spine. Turn towards your bent knee. Left hand on the outer thigh to assist with that rotation. But really think about getting so tall. Draw your navel and lift your heart up. So proud here, hold. Nice, reach that right hand up to the sky. Slide your left hand out towards your toes. Get that long side stretch. Enjoy, rotate that right one towards the sky. And bring it up, place that hand behind you on the floor, left hand to the sky. So you can lift your heart and look up here, or try lifting your hips and press it forward. Reach back, maybe that left hand goes over to the left a little bit. Maybe you look up, maybe you look down to the right floor. Hips are forward, really open up the whole front side of your body. And lower it down. We're going to lie on our backs. We're going to use our block and strap. So put the block between your knees. So right between the knees, you're going to be squeezing that block. You're going to be lifting your legs up off the floor and squeeze the block, and you're going to lower it down. But let's lift up your head and let your head rest in your hands, elbows out to the side. So draw your navel in here. Let your head get heavy in your hands. Squeeze the block, bring your legs in, tap it down. Squeeze it in, tap it down. Just look up to the sky, hollow your belly, keep this going. Bring it in and tap. Bring it in and tap. Let's bring it in a little more and lift up for that reverse curl. Tap it down. Squeeze the block, lift your hips, lower, tap. Hollow your belly, tap it down. Lift, reverse curl, lower it down. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Bring your feet down. Tiny pulses up. Each time you come up, you squeeze the block. Squeeze it, squeeze it. Hollow, put your abs in, a little bit of a pelvic tilt, pulse it up. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Lie it back. Take the block out, put it off to the side. Nice, bring your legs in here. Lift your head up, opposite shoulder towards your knee. Extend the other leg and turn to the other side. And turn. Just a few of these. I want to change this up. Your hands are behind your head for the support. Hollow your belly. Nice. Rotating your torso here. For 4 more. And 3. Here's 2. And 1. Lie it back. Relax for a moment here. Long breath out. Nice. Bring your legs in. Lift your head up. Let your head rest in your hands. You're going to bring your legs out 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Abs and scoop it up. 3, 2, 1. Hollow your belly. Bring it up. Your head is up off the floor. You're letting your head rest in your hands. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. 3, 2. Abs pull in to get the legs up. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. 3, 2, 1. Just 2 more. 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. And lower it down. Lie it back. Arms by your sides. So walk your feet a tiny bit closer than hip distance. Lift your hips up here. Puff your chest up. Press your shoulders and upper arms into the mat. It's going to be a tiny lift up here. When you lift up, squeeze your glutes. Feel your quads activate too, even your inner thighs, even your hamstrings. So I want you to think about, pretend there's a block between the knees and you're squeezing it, but don't actually let your knees go towards each other because I want the inner thighs to activate. Nice. So you're getting the connection with those muscles. So pretend that you're squeezing the block, but don't even bring the knees together. Just pretend. Squeeze. Quads, hamstrings, glutes, inner thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your hips up. Squeeze to the left cheek, squeeze to the right. Squeeze left, squeeze right. Just a few of these. Left and right. Left and right. So it's up to you. And it's not very long. So I want you to give all the effort you have. Squeeze left, squeeze right. Squeeze right. Again, come on. Left and right. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Center it, tiny presses up again. Squeeze your glutes so tight. Feeling the muscles activate. It's so important to get that connection to be able to have your mind tell your muscle to squeeze. Quads, hamstrings as you press your feet into the mat. Glutes, lifting your hips up. Pretend you're squeezing the block. Tiny, tiny movement. Your knees going a tiny bit. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Nice. Lift up. Toes touch. Reach your hands to either your shins or your ankles, whatever you can reach. Forearms. Press to open your legs a little more. Gently rock side to side, but see if you can get your lower back to the floor so you feel that nice space coming into your lower back. Big breath. Center it. Bring the bottoms of your feet up towards the sky. Your knees are really wide. Keep your lower back on the floor. Nice. Lower it down. Take your strap underneath your left foot straight up to the sky. Just about done here. This last stretch. Slide your right leg out. Let some of the strap out to bring your shoulders back towards the floor and feel that stretch to the back of your left leg. Pass both straps into the right hand, left arm out to the side. Guide your leg, a tiny movement across the body. So you're still getting that stretch to your hamstring, calf, but then adding, maybe you don't feel it a lot, but maybe you can feel it a little bit in the left glute. The muscles attach your IT band along the left side of your leg. You might not feel it directly, but you are stretching those muscles. Bring it to center, pass both straps into your left hand, right arm out to the side. Slowly bring your leg out to the left. A little or a lot, whatever feels right for you. Maybe you bend the elbow and rest it on the floor. Right shoulder and hip towards the floor, opening up. And release, put that foot down. Put the strap under your right foot, straight up to the sky. One hand on each side of the strap. Slide your leg out. Slide your shoulders towards the floor to let some strap out. Feel that stretch to the back of that right leg. Bring an alignment to your hips and lower back. Pass both straps into your left hand, right arm out to the side. Guide your leg, a tiny movement across the body. Slowly bring it to center, pass both straps into the right hand, left arm out to the side. Guide your leg out to the right. Go slow, maybe a little or a lot. Find a good place for you. And slowly release it. Let it go. Feet under your hips, arms by your sides. Lift your hips. Feet are hip distance apart. Lift your hips up, puff your chest up with a huge breath in. Slowly lower it down. Nice. So you can decide how you'd like to end class. Maybe you scoot up to a wall and bring your legs up. Maybe you put a block under your hips and bring your legs up to the sky. Maybe you bring the bottoms of your feet together and let your knees fall open wide, or maybe a combo. Whatever works for you. Arms up to the side, palms face up. So find that place that you would like to end class. Let your fingers curl naturally. The chin to the back of your neck is long. Bend your elbows a little more. Your shoulders melt down towards the floor. Your hips. Let all the muscles around your temples, your forehead, and your eyes, around your nose. After smile, just let it all relax. Fill your whole body up with the deepest breath you can. A little more, a little more. And see how long you can make that exhale. Let it out slow, long as you can. Absorbing positive energy.
space in your mind to relax your whole body. Huge breath in again. Long breath out. Your legs are in the air, slowly bring them down. Your knees are wide, use your hands to help bring your knees in. Bring your knees in towards your chest, gently rock it side to side. Deep breath in. And fold your whole body to the right with the releasing exhale. Take your time coming up to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. So check in with your posture. Draw your navel and lift your heart. Your shoulders are round. Just let whatever is heavy release down. Tuck your chin slightly. Bring your arms overhead with a huge breath in. Getting so long and tall. Hands come down to your heart center. Press your hands evenly but softly together. Feeling centered, balanced, and strong. The light in me honors the light in me. Namaste. And thank you all for coming on tonight. I hope you feel good.
Thanks, Colleen.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
And if, are we